Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Outliers. This is episode 9. This is a very, very special episode for me, as this is with some very, very close friends that I have, and we have some great discussions in the podcast. I will say for the first 30 minutes of this podcast, or first 20, 30 minutes of this podcast, we are all over the place. We're coming back from Breyana's birthday party, which is why we were in Arkansas doing this podcast anyways, so shout out to Breyana. But for the first 20, 30 minutes of this podcast, it is loud. It is, we're all over the place as we're coming back from a birthday party, all very, very, very lit. So after 30 minutes, I will say we have some very deep and insightful discussions that I think everybody will enjoy. And so if that's more of your style or taste, feel free to skip to 30 minutes. However, I will say that listening to this full podcast has value in all spots and aspects of it. So if you would like to see the whole thing, please watch it all the way through. If you want to see more of our deep, insightful discussions about business, life, how to succeed on social media and stuff like that, feel free to skip to 30 minutes. I will be including timestamps in all of these, so if you want to skip to any portion, feel free. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
Okay, let's drink on the podcast.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I'm kidding.
I love this part.
What if they don't let him monetize?
It's okay, I'm not monetized it.
Maybe
We'll get there soon.
we will be there eventually.
We're gonna eat in a second.
Yo, yeah, we're gonna do it all.
As long as we're gonna eat on camera. As long as we're gonna do that ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Seth, hold on. Before we start, hold up. Seth, how are you feeling right now?
dude, I feel so good.
Yeah?
This is the best I felt since Pensacola with everybody.
This is honestly.
Tonight, I'm
You do look happy.
I don't look happy all the time. I have severe resting bitch face.
I would agree with you.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I like to think I'm a sweet guy.
He lost $50.
I do. I just always look like I'm gonna
Do better
smack
in the
somebody.
morning.
All right, everybody,
I have a
welcome.
really dry tongue. Do I have any? I'm sorry.
I want sunglasses too.
Just so you guys know, we were out all night. I'm on 1 hour of sleep. I tried to hit PR today. I had 15 drinks. This is not gonna go.
My
I don't know why these people
my
can't
little
sleep.
green cup is over there on that table, and I would really like it right now, please.
His water cup.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
And I really
Okay.
appreciate that.
All right.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
Welcome to the Outliers. This is episode 8. I am here with
Jimena Cortez.
Jabari Taylor.
Seth motherfucking Godwin.
Rito Mas.
Nicholas. Nicholas, why you say it like that? That's my name. No, so okay, just give it. I'm just gonna give a slight context to what just happened today, and feel free anybody to add in. Where you guys see fit.
I will do
So-
my best.
Last night I came. I don't know, something like 10 o'clock or something like that. We came back, still having.
It was the
PM.
past and
Yeah, 10 p.m. We got to the Airbnb and we started talking and having deep conversations for about 7 hours. We're up until 3, 4 in the morning, and we're all just talking, having great conversations. And then me and Nick, this little sexy boy right here, sleeping with him.
Look at that beautiful.
What's up, audience? We decided to have a very luxurious conversation from 5 to 7 a.m. And then Bree, right, it's her birthday, decided to have an even better idea and go work out at 8:30 a.m. So I ended up getting 1 hour of sleep. And my dumbass decided to go hit a PR, which I failed, obviously.
Explain to the audience what a PR is. Not everybody knows this lingo.
Thank you.
And I just want to say it's at Breyana Nava.
As Breyana Nava. A PR is a
Such a good
personal
friend for looking out for her.
Record is a PR.
There you go. She got it.
What were you recording?
A bench press. Whoa. I was trying to do 245. And
This man's a badass.
Okay, guys, for the record, you burn the most fat when you sleep. So getting 1 hour of sleep and then going to the gym is actually doing you a disservice.
That's true. I fully agree with that. But so context, so now you guys know where we're at. It is now that same day, and we had a full ass day. We went to Breyana's birthday, which was honestly hella lit.
It was beautiful. Like
They had a live mariachi band, and it
They had a
was
taco truck.
beautiful.
And a live DJ.
And an open bar.
Shout out DJ
And the
Edgar.
best damn tacos.
The open bar is the reason why these two are wearing sunglasses.
Don't give that DJ a shout out.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if we can give that DJ a shout out. I don't know.
Do not.
Nice.
He sucked ass. He might be the nicest person in the world.
He was trying to be inclusive. It was, and because of the inclusivity, he was doing a lot of different songs. But when he was hitting, he was hitting. It was good. It was solid.
But it only hit.
Jabari's on point.
It only hit for about 50 seconds.
Seth was not feeling.
damn, sad 50.
Yeah, like less than a minute.
He had a good like 10-minute
was
run at a
quick.
time.
I was vibing, honestly. I loved it.
He was vibing like
Were you
for a
hot?
while, then like
No, I wish.
yeah, he was being inclusive after that.
There was a lot back and forth, honestly. It was a lot of like whiplash. That's what I would describe it as.
Let's go around the room and say how many drinks we had tonight.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I plead the fifth.
Good answer. I also plead the fifth.
Oh, come on. You can't ask the question and then not answer the
I
question.
honestly stopped counting after 15. Nick, you can attest to this. I was matching him.
No,
I
yeah.
stopped counting after 10. But I can hold my alcohol.
Okay. All right, I see you. What about you, Jabari?
I don't know. I had like at least 6.
Jabari started first. He was the first one to start.
Yeah, I was the first one to open the Patron.
All right, Seth, what about you? How many?
Damn, alcoholic.
Seth, what about you? How many drinks do you have?
I had a lot of water.
And
I had one glass of horchata.
Oh, I wish I had horchata. I didn't get to it.
It was really
Was it
good.
good? It was good, huh?
It was. It was like the most authentic horchata I've ever had. Yeah. I hope I don't get canceled for that because it was supposed to be a compliment.
Including shots, probably like 10. Maybe with this 11.
Really?
Oh.
I forgot
You look so
like add shots in.
Honestly, I can handle myself really well, actually.
I like shots.
But like deep down, I'm like, oh. I think too loud.
sick.
Nick?
Well, it's kind of like a shame because I kept track of him, and I feel like we kind of broke like the record.
It's a PR. It's a PR.
He did it. That's like a straight up PR. It's probably like 30.
I've heard about your record, and how were you still standing if you broke it?
Dude, if
Well,
you had-
I'm kind of sitting right now, so like I'm fine. But
You guys had too much sugar in your drinks.
dude, we had 30 drinks. I don't know how we're not at the hospital with you right now.
like I'm so
Lit, dude. Good
I
job,
feel
dude.
like the answer is that like Yellow Claws, they do not have vodka inside Yellow Claws.
It's the white claws, first of all. There's no yellow claws in here.
Nicholas just went.
Wait. What? God.
Yeah, Nicholas
Guys,
just
I'm
had
so
somebody
sorry.
ask him,
It's
how
actually
drunk are
White
you?
Claws.
And he said yes.
He said yes.
Hold up. Let's fix this audio then.
Where's our Denny's?
Okay, so we did order
Okay,
that.
white claws better sponsor this.
Okay, I think Ritu has a question for everybody.
Okay.
Hold up, everybody. Look, Ritu has a question.
Okay, everyone watching. Whiskey or vodka? Which one do you prefer in general? Yes, we're still on this.
This is her. She wanted to ask this question.
Whiskey 100%.
There's a clear answer. None of the above. It's obviously tequila.
I will figure out that one, honestly.
Wait,
Excuse
the question is which one's smoother,
Smoother.
not which one do you prefer.
Okay, smooth.
Thank you, Jabari.
Which one's smooth?
Whiskey.
So start over.
Okay, so which one's smoother?
Tequila.
That's not an option. That's not an option.
I'm making an option. You gotta make your own win.
Honestly, hold on, respect one, but two, also like I kind of agree with that. Like I just wouldn't.
No, if you have to choose either. If you have to choose one.
If I had to choose one, honestly, like I've got to say personal experience, like just peach Ciroc or apple Ciroc. It's so
My boy.
Oh man,
City boy.
Yes.
Yo, if you throw the Ciroc in there, it's a little tough. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Ciroc is smooth.
You guys.
It's super. I forgot about Ciroc. I've been thinking about having on other type of.
My bro. I was.
This whole
For the
time,
best. I'm not-
it was
7 hours.
7-0. 7-0.
Catching up.
Right now,
One at a time. We were
Jabari.
Now just speaking like one group at a time, one mic at a time.
Jabari, this is not acceptable.
Listen.
No,
If
it's not.
if I take Ciroc out of the question, right, whiskey hands.
Thank you.
But because Ciroc
Moving on.
is
Moving
an
on.
option,
Yeah, it's rock is a vodka, so
like that's probably the one I would order.
Seth, what do you want to say?
I don't have shit to say. I don't drink.
Seth, what were you? What did you take today?
Dude, I drink some. I've had to pee like every 2 hours.
Really
It's driving me crazy.
interesting.
I think that means I have a very healthy bladder. Yep.
Yeah.
So whiskey?
I don't drink, hon. I've never drank in my whole entire life.
Hold on. So you've never had a sip of anything, like ever, like just to try.
So I've tried my mom's wine and I spat that shit out. And then Russ at Disney World didn't tell me.
Oh, I remember this.
I took a sip of his drink and I immediately went, there's alcohol in this. And he's like, how could you tell? Like, I can't even tell. And everybody was like, I can't tell. And I was like, I don't drink. I can tell.
Bro. Yeah.
So did you get buzzed up?
No, I spat it out.
Okay.
I've never consumed alcohol.
You took some pretty cool gummy bears today, though.
I had some awesome gummy bears today. First, I had like this fruit by the foot thing, and they were both the same flavor. That's what blew my mind.
They were the same flavor.
Yeah, blue raspberry, like sour blue raspberry.
Yep. They were both sour blue raspberries.
So the fruit by the foot thing didn't get me where I needed to go.
It didn't. It just didn't get the train going.
But thanks to that man,
Love you, boy.
how you doing? You're doing good because you're looking good. He had some like they looked like big Skittles, but they were gummies, and they got me where I needed to go.
Dude, I'm so glad. Like, Seth, the first time I met you, like, obviously, I'm not condoning anybody taking like anything, right? But like, I love that I can like be around you and just have fun with you. Because I feel like the first few times we met, I was kind of uptight.
I didn't think that at all.
Really?
Yeah,
I can imagine you being
I knew
I was just like,
I was just somebody with a mission, but like you weren't uptight about it. It was just like, hey, we got to do this, and then let's go do this and have fun. It's
yeah,
always had a good time with you,
yeah.
and the fact that, dude, we've gone to New York together. We have gone to a bunch of little places in California together.
Vegas.
We went to Vegas together. We went to Orlando and Miami and back to New York.
Shit.
now to Arkansas.
I had
Kansas.
Pensacola.
Pensa freaking cola.
Man, no, it's honestly great times. Like, I'm so happy because in my life, I feel like I've always had a hard time relating to people. But when I'm around you guys, I feel like I relate a lot, and it's really easy to like have genuine conversations with you guys.
These should. It's gonna be so ironic when you hear what I had to say. These are the easiest conversations that I have. I hope somebody sees the irony in that of what just happened there.
I find it so hard to believe because I just met you for the first time yesterday, and you don't seem like somebody that would have a hard time having a conversation with anybody. I feel like you were very outgoing.
He's so charming.
No, he is. He totally is.
Sean is the man. My boy.
It's a difficult phrase.
I mean, I don't think it was difficult. Believe it or not, I'm just naturally an introvert, actually.
We have some new arrivals.
Procrastinated.
Yo, what's up, city boys?
City boy.
We have some new additions to the podcast here. Milan Singh.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, Milan, come here.
How the fuck did I miss this? He's right there.
No way. No way.
No, mira,
I know how you.
explain it.
How?
Milan, come here. Come here.
No, I'm not.
What just happened? What just happened?
You were.
Explain us what happened.
Right, guys, let's talk. What topic you guys talking about?
Let's just take a win and like.
He was talking about how much he loves me. And then I started to talk about how much I loved him, and then something happened.
Okay, what do you guys want to talk about though? What's the
fact that he
topic?
took the mic. Right.
You guys want to talk about fucking?
Let's talk about how awesome you look in that shirt.
Oh, I appreciate that.
It's so beautiful. Great shirt.
So we have.
You guys want to talk about masculinity, femininity? Or...
No, we're not talking about that.
What? You guys want to talk about?
But, Milan, you just left us for like an hour or something at like midnight to go do what? What did you go do?
I went to go find my jacket, but it turns out it was right here on the fucking chair. And I don't know who the hell brought it back. But somebody brought it back, and I had no clue. And I was looking for it over in the shed over there at Breyana's house, and her room, and the car, and I did not find it because it was here. But it's okay now because we found it. Hey, everything is good. Life is good.
Like, how would you not notice that you walked in without a jacket? You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
It's cold as balls out there.
Because, well,
That's what
There's no because.
If I came in, was I
because
cold when I came in?
I wasn't wearing it when I came in.
You had to have been, obviously.
No, I wasn't wearing it. I don't know who brought it in. Somebody brought it. I think Antonio might have brought it in for me because I wasn't wearing it. And I'm doing cold fucking therapy, cold showers, working out in the fucking cold, not wearing any sweaters. So I know I wasn't wearing it, and I think Antonio brought it.
No, you were wearing it the whole time.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. I have a video of you in my phone.
Rito, I wasn't wearing it. I remember it.
It was the video.
Huh?
Here's the video. Yeah. Okay, where's my phone?
Okay, then let's watch the fucking video.
It's not that big of a deal. I mean,
I know it's not, but I just remember not wearing it because Ed said I wasn't wearing it. So
Honestly, I remember you were not wearing it.
exactly.
I remember like that was your
Nico is always supporting me.
like.
I appreciate you, Nico.
Like, seriously, like I don't remember like you were wearing the jacket,
See that tasty fucking.
so you didn't have the proof of
I
it.
don't have it, but I know you were wearing it.
In the truck, right?
Yeah, you were.
Ed.
Why is this relevant to them?
Exactly.
They don't give a
Ed, because
shit.
Ed was driving. Okay, Ed was driving. So, and he said I wasn't wearing it, and I trust his opinion, or his factual statement.
Ed, I thought we were on the same team.
And Ritu is just against me always, so we can't. That's bias. Okay, so I trust your opinion and factual statement more. So let's move on from this topic, though.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Moving on. All right, so Milan, you missed a little bit. We did some little recapping of tonight.
Okay, let's do it.
We all said how many drinks we had tonight. How many did you?
79 million.
I had definitely over 10. I'm not sure how many. But
Brother, you had over 20.
okay,
Or
but
30.
all right, guys. Look, I have a very high tolerance.
That is true.
But I don't know how many I had. Honestly, I don't know how many I had. So maybe you guys know better, but I'm good now. Okay, let's fucking talk, though, whatever you guys want.
He means business tonight.
You mean business? Big business.
That's just how I am. What can I say? It's very hostile in general. I'm not? No. Okay.
I am out of water.
Okay, moving on. How was your guys' night over there? You two over there, Nick and Ritu. How was your guys' night?
Yeah, the time of my life.
Yeah. Nick is fucking like. Are you drunk right now still?
Dude, he is so drunk.
After the Yellow Claw, for the audience, Yellow Claw, not sponsored. I just want to say this. Great night. I'm so thankful that I could assist to Bree's birthday. I had like so many drinks. Like for real, like I cannot count them. Like I cannot count the drinks that I had tonight. Like, and it's rare, you know. Like you usually.
We should have had, one of those clickers that the bouncers have at the nightclub, so we could count our drinks. That would have been lit if we had one of those. So next party, you guys, we gotta bring one. Just like,
I agree. I feel like I should buy a counter that has like more than 4 digits though, because like like we're getting to the thousands almost here.
Hold on. So if you get, okay, if you put in 2 shots for 1 drink, does that mean you get 2 clicks? Or does that mean you get one click?
I think that's 2.
That's 2.
All right.
That's 2 for sure.
Okay.
Each shot is a click. 1 shot per click.
Yeah, so if you have a double drink, that's 2. Yeah.
What about
I feel like my thumb will get tired of clicking, to be honest. At the end of the night, I wouldn't feel it anymore.
Just to be clear, I was trying to pre-plan properly. We would have shots now if we had followed my plan. Sponsors with cameras.
Jimena.
I ordered tequila from these guys, and they did not pick it up when they were gone for 2 hours.
Oh, you ordered it for them. Oh, so that was
I
that's
ordered
not my
it through
fault.
them.
That's not my fault.
And then like they didn't come through. So I was like, guys, there's no way that we're gonna come through later. Everybody was like, well, there's open bar at the party. We're not gonna need it at the house. Raise your hand if you
bought a bottle of Patron. There were so
raise
many
your
bottles of
hand
Patron.
if we would like a
I
shot
was
of
like, yo,
something
where you
now.
guys keeping all these bottles?
hold up,
Right.
hold up, wait. We need to talk about this real quick. So we started the night, right? And all I see at the bar, I go there, I see like a bottle of Patron and a bottle of what was the other thing they had?
Buchanan
Buchanan. I don't know. Yeah.
whiskey.
Right?
It's like 5 minutes.
And moving on. So they just kept bringing out Patron bottles. Like I don't know where they came from. It's the same one.
Philly.
No, they kept switching Patron bottles. Like they kept opening new Patron bottles, which is why I was like, "Yo, why do you guys have so many Patron?" Like,
Do you have any input on that?
yeah, I know, but I was, expecting other.
Yeah. Do you have any input on why they have so many Patron bottles?
It was just like,
Yo, can we talk about the amount of Modelo's that were drank though? Dude,
there were shits in the Modelo's too. Yeah, I was like, yo, and then like you looked at the top of the cooler, and it was like Coronas at the top.
I think so, yeah.
But then people would just like kept going. There's like nah, there's more Modelo's down there, Like I'm like, all right, shit, it's just fucking infinite.
It's true. It's true.
So do we want to take this podcast to surface level or deep level?
Let's go deep.
Let's go.
Did you guys just start the podcast?
Yeah, we just started.
Let's go deep.
What have you guys been talking about?
Nothing.
Like fucking yellow claws.
Yellow colors. It's bullshit.
Okay, so let's do it.
It's cold as hell in Arkansas.
Wait.
I have a question to ask each person in the room. Discuss an experience that has shaped who you are today as a person.
No, it's just deep.
Who wants to start?
I'll do it.
Go start.
Let's start off strong.
I got fired from Walmart back in 2017, and I didn't know it at the time, but it shaped me and it helped me get on this path to starting on social media seriously to where I can be here because of its success. Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next. So, my mathematics professor, like she always said like I should change school because this was in high school. And she said like I was not like good enough in math to do like anything, like not even like to pass the grade. And the fact that I don't know how to say it. Okay. Let's keep it.
Go ahead.
I got
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to.
yeah, because it's something like, like I still like kind of like it fires me up. Like this professor was like such like can I use bad words in the podcast?
Yeah. Yes.
Was such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like seriously. And was saying like, oh, you're not good at math, because she was teaching like shit, right? So she was like, oh, you should change school and stuff. You should change high school because it's too difficult for you. And, math is like the first thing that when it comes to the financial world, you need to do your numbers. You need to run your stuff. So for me, like now that I have like a job, like, that I run numbers like every day, I'm like, can I do bad signs with my hands? Fuck off. Suck my dick.
Yeah. Hold before we go. Next person. Where's the food?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. We'll go 2 more people, and then we'll take a little break to get the food.
Me? I guess it's having like 5 employees under me and my bank account going to zero, like that definitely built a lot of strain and just motivation. What's the word in English?
Perseverance.
Yeah, in me to just keep going. So I would say that shaped me a lot.
How did that happen? And then what did you do to fight against that? How did you combat that?
Well, I bought a whole grocery store and I emptied out my bank account because of that. And then I had to figure out a way to pay all these people and to run a whole store. So I just hustled. Like I found ways to make it work. And yeah.
Anyway, you just got to make it work.
You got to do what you got to do.
JSS, just survive somehow.
No, literally.
I have so many to this question, but one that comes to mind immediately. So, I moved here when I was 8 years old, so I'm an immigrant. And we were very poor in Costa Rica. And then when we came here, we were still poor, and we were poor all throughout like my teenage years. And I guess what shaped me is like, when we came here, right? Like when I was living in Costa Rica, it was like, wow, you get to go to the United States. It's the land of opportunity. You get to go and like be one of them. And when we first got here, I did everything I could to make that happen. And I guess I did at this point. And I told my mom, like when we were in Costa Rica back in 2018, I'm like, thank you so much for doing whatever you could to bring us here, because the life I have here, I don't think a tenth of it like I could have achieved over there. Yeah. So it's just like, and like people that are born here, I don't think they really realize the gift of what you really have. I mean, this place was not perfect, but I've traveled a lot over the world, and it sure is a hell of a lot better than most places. And you can do a lot if you just work hard and put your mind to it. And that's not something you can do in a lot of countries. It just is not.
Reach it.
That's very, very powerful. I mean, a lot of us, I know Milan, probably your parents are not from America either. They probably came, right? And so, let's go get the food.
Definitely see we should all.
Are we eating?
Yeah.
Right there.
Do you mind going?
Whoa, this is heavy.
I'm gonna go and get the food.
Are we sure about this?
I hope so.
This is heavy as hell.
It's a heavy girl, isn't it?
I could do the shoulder work I was telling you. The 5-pound one.
Yeah, he drops it off.
Drop what a dick.
Oh my God, it's 2 bags.
It's $100 worth of Denny's. It better be 2 bags.
Honestly, facts. I thought it was gonna be more.
So, I would like to review this food.
Okay, hold up. Before you review the food, we're gonna do a discussion first. So, let us do discussion.
Basically, there's no reviewing food. We're just gonna talk right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put it down then.
Put it like a.
Doesn't mean I don't love you, Nicholas.
Pillow talk.
No, sorry, because
At the end of the day, yeah, people don't give a shit about the food.
Yo, I'm pretty sure I ordered food too, but I don't see mine, so I'm just gonna let that slide.
Okay, Jimena, what was the question?
Nah, it's all good. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Is there just like a? That sounds hella good. Hold on, wait. I'll have it later. Give me. All right, Milan. Jimena's question.
There should be one.
Okay, Jimena, your question was, what has shaped you?
Experience that has shaped who you are today.
For me personally, I think,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just simply got into, I've always been like into working out. Ever since 7th grade, I started working out. I started doing stuff and hustling. I didn't get results, but I was always hustling and grinding. Like the mindset was there. And then in college, my first book I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People. After that,
Great book.
I got on fucking I was like, holy shit, there's actually resources out here to learn this stuff. I got on it. I started doing a bunch of different side hustles. And I think it just became my lifestyle to be learning consistently and doing stuff and working out. And then I really focused on it. And then I really got results in certain aspects. And yeah, it was just a consistent change. And it was a lot of discipline being built throughout the years when I was in college. I did Amazon FBA when I was an RA in college. at the same time. So I was an RA. So I was always working in college. I had a job right before I came to college. I had already applied for a job, and then I became an RA. I was also a desk attendant at DA, and I also did Amazon FBA on the side. I made like $5,000 off selling these headphones, and I like branded them, and I like designed the packaging and stuff. It was so cool. But then I ended it because of the quality of the product wasn't good. But overall, it just happened like I always had a work ethic because of my parents. I always saw them work hard. And then in college, I really manifested it because of the resources I found. And then I just kept going. And here we are.
Do you find that the discipline you had is probably one of the major factors of your success now?
Let's see. Yes.
And how much would you contribute to it, I guess?
I think discipline is the most important thing because people don't understand, but it's doing the same thing every single day. Like the boring thing every single day that gets you the big results. So I think discipline was a big thing of it. And the resources, like reading the right books and trying new things. But you need discipline to be able to consistently be doing that. So
yeah,
I think without discipline, you can't do anything. And it carries over into all aspects of your life. Like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So you have to be disciplined in all aspects of your life. You got to be taking care of your health. You got to be taking care of your wealth. You got to be taking care of your love. You got to be taking care of your happiness.
How have you, let's go into that. How have you, as you've grown up, gone older, have you found that finding love is harder?
Yes, I think finding love is harder. It's harder to find somebody that... Yeah, I think it is.
I guess the better question is like, prior to your success, do you think finding genuine love was easier or harder?
I think prior to success...
And then post, we'll do post as well.
This is a very good question. I don't know if I have a solid answer, but prior to success, it was fine. It was good. And then after success, entrepreneurship is a very lonely path. I think it's a very lonely path because that's just what it takes. You work out, you go at it every single day, and in social media, I just feel like personally, for me, it's been a lonely path.
Yeah.
And it's been a little bit more difficult. It's doable, and I'm still fine, but I think entrepreneurship is more lonely. And before this success, I was a lot more social and hanging out with more people and stuff.
Yeah.
But with business, it's like you gotta be grinding all the time, right?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think it's like people try to do work-life balance. Right. I think the best way to combat that is just making a lifestyle. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Yeah.
But for me, like my entire, like, I don't even think of like my work or my life. It's just my life, and I just do work within it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like having to stress out all the time. Like, oh, I need to go have fun, when I could just be like, my work is part of my fun, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. That you turned your work into your lifestyle.
It is, yeah.
I agree. I think that's good. I don't think people always talk about work-life balance, but I don't know. I feel like there is no work-life balance. You just got to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to figure out what lifestyle works for you. And in the beginning, okay, here's how it is. Maybe in the beginning, for the first couple of years when you're doing something, you have this, because this is what it takes. It takes an irrational obsession with something to win. Okay, it takes an irrational obsession to get really good at something. And people don't understand that. And they think they can go party on the weekends and do shit. No, that's not what it is. You have to be fucking going at it every single day. That's what it takes. And an irrational obsession. So maybe that work-life balance changes. It's not a set defined thing, okay, that you have this work-life balance. I think it changes consistently on where you are in your path, in your journey. And in the beginning, there is no work-life balance. For the first year, for the first couple years, for the few years in a business, there is no work-life balance. You gotta be going at it all the fucking time. And then after that, you can change that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't believe in work-life balance. Like I don't think that's a thing. Like people talk about it, and I'm just like, no. You need an irrational obsession to succeed.
If you want to be successful, if you want to be the 1%, if you want to be that person that's at the top, you have to understand that there's hundreds of other people that want it, and you just have to make sure that you want it more than them.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree on this. I highly doubt that when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna say, "Oh, I wish I worked more."
I feel like that's a good argument. However, I think the counterpoint to that is saying that we're not saying do it forever. We're saying you have to put in the maximum effort for a period of time to then reap the benefits of that.
Okay, yeah, sure, but enjoy the benefits of that, because otherwise, what's the point? You're just gonna work till your eyes bleed, and then what?
Yeah, I don't think we're saying doing it like until you're 100 years old, right? I think we're saying, while we're in this age, and especially while we're like, in our 20s, 30s, we have the energy and capacity to do multiple things and really push our bodies and ourselves to the maximum capacity. So why not do it now and reap the benefits?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but still, enjoy the path along the way. Enjoy the journey, because you don't know when you're gonna die. Even if you are in your 20s, your 30s, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
I do like
So
what you said.
if I were to die tomorrow, I would be very happy with the life I've lived. I've done a lot of things. Yeah. So that's fine. But God forbid I was just working the whole time and I didn't have fun, and I was waiting till I was 55 and retired to finally have a good time. Dude, fuck all that noise. No. I want to have fun now while I'm still young and like can have energy for it.
Yeah. I do like that point you said about the journey. I think that's really important. I think the journey is actually more fulfilling than the end, because think about it. What do you do when you go and reminisce? When you're going back, you and me sitting here in Milan, what if we're sitting like in Mexico on a resort, right? What are we talking about? Like, damn, bro, remember all that work we had to put in? What we did, how much we suffered for this. This is worth it right here, us sitting right here.
Yeah.
I think that's just appreciating the journey and how much you have to put into it is honestly a really beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I think that the work-life balance is like, I don't know, it's like different, right? Because when you actually enjoy this shit, like the competition and like actually like succeeding and shit, it's like different, right? Like it feels really good, like when you close a deal or when you like hit a certain milestone in your business. And I don't know, it's like hard to describe that as solely just working, because like feeling that accomplishment doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Like the work itself feels like work, but like that accomplishment doesn't feel like work. So it feels like different, it's weird.
Yeah. Progress, for a lot of people, progress equals happiness. So when you're making progress, you're also contributing to your happiness. So your work is contributing to your fucking happiness. So like, it just depends on your own personal values and how you want to live your life.
Yeah,
for me personally, it's like, no, there's no work-life balance. You fucking do what you gotta do.
To me, it's like work. To me, it's fulfillment. Like I would say fulfillment is like the word that describes it more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, like even being here right now, like the information that we exchange basically every single day that we're here is like, it's not as though like we're literally just grinding every single day, like the way it. I don't know. I think when people think of like the word grind, they think of like the worst thing they do and doing that 24/7. And it's like it's not just that. So it's like I think the word grinding, when people think about that and they think of like work-life balance, they think of like working all the time. They always imagine the worst thing they're doing all the time instead of like the parts that they actually enjoy. Because it's a mix of both. And again, like you do have to sacrifice some of the like shitty parts. Like you kind of have to do some of the shitty parts sometimes. But it's like that's part of it. So I don't know. Again, like work-life balance is like a weird. I don't know. It's not a thing for like, in my opinion, like entrepreneurship.
I think
It's like a weird. Yeah.
it just goes back. It goes back to just say like, how bad do you really want it? It's just like, what do you want? And then you have to understand what the price is for that, right? The price is different for everybody's level of success. For some people, just floating by and, let's just say putting in like a YouTube number, somebody with like 500K, and they're content with that, right? And they're like, hey, I'm getting average views. This for me, this is okay. You got brand deals once or twice a month. Some people want it all. They want all the chips on the table. And I respect that. You're going to have to put in a lot more work. The price is going to be higher. You're willing to pay the price for that. And I think people have to understand that it's attainable. but you just have to put it in. If it was easy, everyone would have it. Plain and simple.
Absolutely, I agree. You put in, it's simple. Yeah, you get what you put in. Okay, the more you put in, the more you get out. Input equals output.
Yeah.
Like people just confused. Like, okay, sometimes it takes longer to get the output, but at the end of the day, what you put in is what you get out. So the if you want it, the better you want it, like that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah. But at the same time, again, like I don't think you should be continuously doing something that's just like shitty that you hate. Like there's like a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, it's more complex than like, you know, some of the just like cliche sayings, but it's, yeah, like wanting it bad is also, again, part of enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's, again,
Yeah.
it's like a weird thing to like describe because it's something that you feel and just do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hating is definitely don't. If you hate it, then
Yeah, if you're
it's not.
Yeah, if you're doing something you hate,
A lot of people. Let's go into this. A lot of people talk about, oh, do what you're passionate about. I absolutely disagree with that.
nah, that's
Just like, no, passion is a consequence of action. Okay, once you start doing stuff and you start getting results, I wasn't passionate about social media. I was doing e-commerce before this, but then once I started getting results with social media, I became passionate about it. I became obsessed with it, right? I think passion is a big consequence of action, and a lot of people just like they'll do what you enjoy. No, I don't agree with that. I absolutely don't. Like, what you enjoy may not make you money. You may not be good at enough at it to get enough.
I think consistency is the key to with everything you do, right?
I agree.
And a lot of people give up. I think a lot of people, even watching this podcast right now too, they will start something and then they'll try really hard for a short amount of time and not get results. But you have to understand, like, I was talking to Antonio yesterday, and he uploaded 1,000 YouTube videos and got basically no results. Went to TikTok and then finally saw some results after uploading like 100 videos on there or something like that. So it took him like over 1,000 videos to just finally make it as a content creator. And you have to understand that you may not get the easy route where you get your first few videos get 100K views, 1,000,000 views. You have to put in the extra like 1,000 sometimes. Everybody's path is different. Obviously you can fine tune it. I'm not saying everybody has to do 1,000 videos. In fact, I want to say we gotta talk to Antonio. That's kind of ridiculous.
All right.
So can I add a question of like a more, I guess, like deeper question? Is there like, or I guess, what is like one time for you guys where it's like, oh, you were just like, you thought you either were going to quit or you were on the brink of like, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, this is it.
So I got a pretty deep answer here. So a couple years ago, it was getting pretty bad. Like a lot of people know. I don't know if I can say too much about this legally, but I lost my business, and it was my first ever it was my second, but it was the biggest agency for creators ever, and I was screwed out of it because of some unfortunate events and some bad people that had bad intentions. And for me to build all this and had it taken away from me was just absolutely terrible. Lawyers were involved, lawsuits, and it went on for a year. At the end of that, or not even the end of that, in the middle of that, my girlfriend ended up breaking up with me. And she left with some other dude, and then like the worst thing I could have ever imagined happened, and it was my dog died a week later.
Oh my God.
And for me, I was like, for me to even be standing here today or sitting here today is honestly kind of like crazy, because in that moment, I honestly just didn't think I was going to make it, period. Not even from like business. I just didn't think I was going to make it. I was like, why am I even living?
Mm.
Why? What is the purpose of me even still being here, right?
Yeah.
And you just got to find a way. I asked myself just like the same question, how bad do you really want it? I said, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And with that mindset, that was the only reason why I got out. Without that mindset, I don't think I would be here. I'm very lucky I had that instilled in me very early on in my life. I had that resource to pull out when I needed it. But yeah, man, that was a very difficult time. I'm not gonna lie. I weighed like 225 pounds. I was overweight. It was not a good time. But yeah.
Wow. You're an inspiration, man.
Thank you, bro.
To answer Jabari's question for me, the point I'm at right now is giving up doesn't exist for me. Like, I never give up. That's the thing. In my mindset, every single day I say that to myself. I never give up. I always keep going no matter what. Because if you don't ever give up, you always get what you want.
There's been ever a time like you like thought you were gonna quit, or like for example, even with like the Amazon FBA, like you obviously stopped that at some point.
Yeah, I stopped it. I don't remember what my mindset was at the time, but now my mindset is extremely solid now. Like, I don't give up. I get what I want, and I don't care. I will fucking create my reality. I create my reality, right? You have control over your reality, and you do what it takes, and you get what you want if you want it bad enough. And I always get what I want. That's my mindset. I never give up, because the only way you don't get what you want is if you stop. And if you don't stop, then you don't ever get to a point where you don't get what you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's my mindset right now. Like, I always get what I want.
I mean, you clearly know what you want and you're going to get it. I do respect that about you. It's very admirable, actually, because a lot of people, they will give up. But we do have a little interjection here. Seth, do you want to say something? It's all good. I appreciate Seth said he's going to get ice and it's going to be very loud. So everybody say thank you, Seth. Comment. Seth, you're the best.
Seth is a very
Lovely.
loving person.
Yes, of course, always.
His energy.
How's the Denny's, by the way, guys? How is it?
It's good. Yeah, very, very greasy. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Richu doesn't have to eat in the morning anymore. I said Richu doesn't have to eat in the morning anymore.
I'm good for 3 days. Wait, do you wanna talk now on the pod? Or are you still eating? Well, yeah.
Sorry, I think you ate my pancakes.
No, I definitely didn't.
Did you order pancakes?
Yeah, I got cinnamon.
Oh, I got pancakes too. Where were my pancakes?
Maybe do you know?
Because I got
No.
I got turkey bacon. Oh, were they yours? Did you eat them?
Huh?
'Cause
No, they didn't fucking bring them.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I think they just didn't bring them.
Okay, hold up, guys. So I actually ended up ordering 2 pancakes and extra bacon and hash browns. So Seth, please don't pay for that full order. We missed half of our order.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Kings of disputes, American Express.
No, can we talk about this Airbnb?
Wait, you didn't get any?
I did. I got 2 pancakes, hash browns, and bacon, and I didn't get any of
Oh,
it.
that's weird. Yeah.
And I ordered moons over my hammy, which I ate, but I also got a side of pancakes along with it. It was supposed to be like 3 pancakes.
So many pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
From a pancake house.
Hold up. Can we talk about this Florida house real quick? This Airbnb incident?
You mean Arkansas?
Let's.
No.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You got it.
I wasn't there. So.
Seth, this is your story to tell right here.
Oh boy.
What? You both know you was there.
Yeah. Seth got it. Seth knows the whole story.
I mean, I know the whole story, but I am very high.
I think you got it.
All right, bear with me. So, I had the boys and girls down to Pensacola for an adventure.
It was a great adventure.
It was a great adventure, but there was a pretty big problem. The Airbnb we were staying in found out, because the hot water heater busted, found out that it had been leaking for what the repairman said he estimated it to be about 3 months. And mold for those 3 months had just been growing and spreading and infecting the house with its moldiness. So, we all got sick, but poor Breyana got so sick that she ended up in the hospital. And it was horrible.
It was terrible.
The actual hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she went to the ER. Emergency room. And it was it's horrifying. So, here's what we did. From the day that we noticed that this is happening, which was after the first night, the morning after the first night is when all this shit happened. So after they determined that they could not fix it that day, I called Airbnb, told them what was going on. they said, okay, cool, we're going to investigate this. And you will hear back from us within an hour. 2 hours pass, and I call them back, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And this process repeated the entire time we were there. I called them, I don't know, 16-ish times in this very short time span.
It was a lot of times.
And then I didn't hear any. I decided to stop calling them because I was tired of leaving voicemails with my claim number. And they call me the day after we check out. And they were like, hey, we investigated all of this. And we didn't do anything wrong. Our host didn't do anything wrong. Closing the case. I was like, that is amazing customer service. So I immediately called American Express and I was like, hey, here's what happened. They have this guarantee on their website, which is legally binding in case you didn't know. This did not live up to what we were promised. Friends of ours got sick and ended up in the hospital. And Airbnb needs to not be dickheads. And American Express was like, yeah, they sure don't. So they paused the payment. They investigated this happened I called them on a Friday. So they got back to me in one business day, which is Monday. And they're like, yeah, Airbnb's full of shit. And they're like, we are charging this back, which means they're putting a claim on that money that takes it away from Airbnb, and the hosts puts it back over with American Express in limbo until it gets approved, which it did because Airbnb is full of shit. And then some time passes.
This is the good part right here.
And the chargeback had finally completely gone through. Nothing Airbnb could do at this point to try to dispute that. Your boy got on the TOK, and I said, here's why Airbnb sucks and credit cards are awesome. And the internet went, tell me. And tell them I did. For 3 minutes, I told this harrowing story that I have told in the time span of 15 minutes at this point. But here's what happened. Hey guys. Here's what happened. This video goes fucking viral. News articles are written about this video. I got asked to comment. I said I'm staying out of it because the lawyers are on it now. I'm very sorry that you don't like this story. You just seem exacerbated.
I'm so exhausted from eating this.
Eat them.
You don't have to eat it.
I'm so hungry. I need a break.
Hungry and exhausted and still eating them.
Wait, hold on. Talk about this.
Yep. So this video is going viral. News articles are being written. I'm asked for comment, and I decline. Airbnb hits your boy up. Says, hey, we've reopened this case. We're going to get to the bottom of it. By that night, I did not respond. This was that morning. That night, I got another message that said, hey, we screwed up. We're going to refund you your entire stay, which had already been charged back by American Express. So no, they weren't refunding me anything. They were just accepting that their money was gone. Then they said, we're going to have our insurance look into this. They will be reaching out to you. Also, here's a credit for $600 for a future stay with our shitty company, which I will not be using.
It's
Can I get the $600?
If I didn't delete the email.
Maybe it's in the art
Messed up.
or the trash.
Because I already have to do it.
Well, I think it was like a code that I had to enter.
It should be automatically applied.
Yeah, it'll be on there.
Might be. Don't know.
So can I get your login?
You want to be Seth for a few days?
Sure. Down.
I highly recommend it because my life is awesome.
Down.
I don't recommend it. Watch out for Jimena.
Yo, all right. That was honestly pretty fucking crazy. Like it was. I'll put up pictures here and here about like the mold and all that shit that was in there.
It was so gross.
It was gross, but we still had a good time.
We did have a good time. We made the. We did not let a mountain come out of this. No mold hill.
It's because the people. It was the right people.
It was the right people. People that were included there, we are missing here, but we hold them in our hearts.
Ashton, right now we are in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Dude, I've been having a blast. But this is a state I would typically just fly over and not think twice about. Just saying.
Correct.
Let's go back to the little deep conversation we were having earlier.
All right.
What's everybody's biggest fear right now?
Okay, I will start. Okay, it's like really not.
Mic thing on. You guys are taking off the mic.
Okay, so my biggest fear is bugs. I cannot deal with a bug in any way, shape, or form. In any way, like if like the tiniest little thing comes up to me, I will scream and I will run. And I can step on the friggin' thing, but I don't see that. I'm just like freak the fuck out.
That's justifiable. They're freaky looking.
Bugs are not my friend, unfortunately. I wish I could get over this fear, but they're taken away.
Do you like Bug's Life?
What?
A Bug's Life, the movie. No. You don't like the little ants?
All right.
Princess Dot.
Okay, fine. I'll talk to him.
Hey, Ritu, welcome back.
Talk to us. You've been missing for a little bit. First of all,
Swallow your food first.
yeah. First swallow your food. Don't choke. Second of all, how was the food?
I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
A 7 out of 10.
Wait, we close it up. I'm gonna eat the leftovers.
Yeah, I know.
What would you give it?
6.5.
What about you?
She's like, I know you are.
We rating.
I never finished.
Denny's. What was your rating?
As a whole? Yeah. I'd say like a 4.2.
Damn.
If I had my full
4.2.
order, it'd be a 7. I'm giving it a 5 because I didn't get my.
You didn't get what?
The best breakfast that New York City has to offer.
Good definitive. You didn't get the
Denny's is a.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 0 because I didn't even get mine.
Really?
Yeah, his whole part of the order.
It's gone.
I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't know that they had.
I'm trying too hard. Just stop. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the reason why they got them.
Just stop, please. You're embarrassing yours.
All right.
Jokes are not making sense anymore.
You guys good over there?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
We're just trying to roast me, but it doesn't work.
What was the roast?
On is
Nothing fucking works. All right, nothing works on me.
Okay.
You can try anything, and I'll be fine.
All right. What's your biggest fear?
Aging.
Aging's your biggest fear? Like, really?
I think it's scary.
Why? Talk to us about it. Why?
I mean, one moment you're 20, next moment you're like 80. What?
The big gap.
Next moment you're 80. That's 60 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like time flies. Time flies, honestly.
I am the closest.
No, I'm the oldest one in the room, actually.
So
She's 21.
No, it's perfectly fine. But you don't have a mic.
Again.
There you go. I'll just carry on here.
So, as somebody who's about to turn 30, I will say that it does feel like 20 was literally right there.
It felt like 20 very fast.
These 10 years, these 10, I wasn't pointing at, I was pointing that
Behind me.
yeah, it's like behind us, not you specifically. I'm not singling you out. I would never, because I love you. But yes, 20 to 30, this 10 years feels like it went by like a Thanos snap.
Damn. What are you doing?
I did not answer. I was giving context to Ritus.
Oh, okay. Got you.
That is not my biggest fear.
Yeah,
Aging
I
is
understand.
or
Yeah.
time or whatever.
What is your biggest fear?
Losing this.
Damn. That's no like this moment. People.
Yeah, this community, like, and to everybody that's not here, like John and Matt and Taylor and Russ and Savannah, and I could name literally 98 more names, but I think everybody's already tired of me mentioning people. I swear she just gets caught that she's made these noises, like just this anger and discontent, and she's like, I've got to blame it on the eating the food.
I'm not gonna lie, you do look absolutely miserable eating that food right now.
I'm just so hungry. Like,
I think she's just miserable listening to me.
Why is it exhausting if you're hungry?
because cutting the food, like,
Oh, just that? You need somebody to feed you?
who's in line?
Princess Ritu.
Where the fuck is Nick? Where did Nick go?
Sick go.
Really?
Bro, he hasn't been back.
Look at that. Ed is knocked out too. I should be knocked out too. You, Ishan, you should be knocked out.
What if he fell in?
I enjoy this. I like this.
I know, but like with how much we had,
That is
we
true.
should be gone, bro.
It's all good.
But we're Punjabi.
We're built different.
Punjabi.
Hell yeah, we fucking tolerate, bro.
Are you Sikh Punjabi?
Yeah.
Hey, you tolerate an amazing presence, is what you
The Sikhs were like the warrior class in
I
India.
got nothing.
Yes. Hey, look at you.
That's the coolest thing in the
What
world.
happened? What are you complaining about?
Yo, we're
What did I just miss?
Yo, we're about to start a real war. We started a real war right now.
What did I do?
Hold on, what happened?
What did I do?
No, so Seth pointed out that the Sikhs were like warriors.
Oh, they are warriors.
Yeah.
They're fucking warriors.
And then Ritu had a little.
He's got something to say.
I'm just kidding, you might.
Yeah, just let her eat, bro.
She the ops. She that's what she
Did I upset you?
We are.
They fucking went through a lot of shit.
Hell yeah. Mad peaceful.
I didn't know there was conflict here, and I apologize.
There is no conflict. I don't know what she's on or what you're on. I have no.
No, just kidding.
I know what I'm on.
Oh yeah, that's true. I know what you're on too, actually.
I just didn't know that I had upset.
No, you're good. You're good.
See, you see how easy it is to lose it. I hate that. I'm not
I'll
correct.
tell you guys of a story I just remembered real quick about Sikhs. Two of the sons of one of the main people, I think it was Guru Gobind. I don't know who it was, Gobind Singh Ji or who it was, but two of his sons were buried alive with bricks
Why?
by Muslims. I don't know what it was about. It was a war going on at the time or something, but Ishan can probably elaborate more.
I think-
it was very.
I don't know too much about the history, but I do know that in general, like, we've been treated like shit by our own country, by other countries, by other religions. Like, we've had to take basically the brunt of a lot of different wars and stuff like that. Even going back to even recently, like during COVID, like, I'm pretty sure I'm not into Indian politics, but like Modi was like basically trying to kill, but like Sikhs in a way, and try to get rid of us. But yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot of shit. You can read about this all online.
It's all good though. It makes there's a lot of positives that came from it too.
Yeah.
Stronger.
I mean, it's also cool because I don't think anybody really talks about it. I don't think it's not taught in schools or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not.
So
Sikhism is not a very big religion. Sikhism is very small
yeah,
compared to the other ones in India.
it is. But it's actually funny though how many people are Sikh in California. We have a very large population of them in California, which is weird.
Yeah, and it's also funny that Ishan and I live 15 minutes away from each other, but we haven't fucking met up once. And we always meet across the country.
That is true. I'll see them a lot, like in Miami, here, No, New York.
Miami.
I'll never see Milan in this 15 minutes.
We're never gonna see each other in Fresno. Let's just accept.
No, I'm making it happen. I'm putting it on the podcast right now. I'm gonna see Milan.
We're gonna make it happen next.
I'm gonna play we'll play a little golf game. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it done. Life will be a dream. Oh yeah, fears. What's your biggest fear?
For me, I don't know. I don't really think about my fears. Again, for me, I always think about the positives. I always think about the reality I can create. I do not allow any of those thoughts to manifest ever. Anything, any fears, anything I don't want in my life. But I guess if I were to think about it, it'd be to not be being able to provide and help my parents. It's the biggest. Like, I want to give back to my parents as much as possible.
Man, yeah, I said this literally the same thing in my last podcast. Like two podcasts ago, I was like, the reason why I work so hard is that I can provide for my parents one day and give back to everything they gave me, the opportunity. Like I know the amount of sacrifice they had to put in to like come to this country, you know, not knowing the language, learn how to get jobs, you know, and provide us with a little stable income and a little household. And so for me, yeah, it's like that's like the biggest thing is being able to provide for them one day and give them the life that they deserve for putting in all those work and hours to make my life a lot easier growing up here in America instead of India.
I absolutely agree with you. I think we're on the same page on that. They've done sacrifice so much. Like, I'll sacrifice my whole life for them, you know? This world needs better mothers and more parents that are to sacrifice so much.
I think also too, like just families in general. I think the reason why Indian Americans do so well nowadays is because we do stick together as families a lot of times. Like through thick and thin, like I feel like we're more connected to our, you know, elders than other like religions would be.
Yeah.
Jabari, what's your biggest fear?
Going broke. But it's like the same thing of like not being able to provide, etc. Like I think but it's actually really interesting because I think that like the biggest fear thing is a really good question because it's also a thing of, it's something that also pushes you. I don't think people really think about it that way as much. I think that a lot of people try to push fear out as though it's not an emotion that you should like have, as though it's not a useful emotion. But when you actually know how to like utilize it to make sure that you're actually being basically like, you know, there's like the idea of like, you know, having your goal and having something that you want to achieve, but then also being able to like, you know, not just go towards something, but be pushed towards something by, you know, using your fear.
I like that. And also too, people don't know too much about you, Jabari. Why don't you give a little intro to yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Jabari. I don't know. I was on the last.
Yeah, I know, but like,
well, what do you want me to talk about?
let's say, how did you get started in content creation?
Maybe people watching this one didn't watch that one.
Also, I'm gonna just put this out there. I'm not gonna lie, Seth. I don't think the audio is recording for the first half, or the second half of our first podcast earlier.
Oh no.
I think when I went to go just the volume the first time, it actually cut off. So I'm not sure if we actually got the whole thing. Oh no. But we do the audio from the camera, so we'll make it work. It won't be as crisp, but we'll make it work. Anyways.
Yeah. So I got started in content, basically in my last business, trying to basically generate leads for my business, so basically I was doing a social media agency where I was helping small businesses run paid advertising on Instagram, Facebook, Snap, etc. Yada yada.
Yeah.
And basically I was trying to create content on YouTube and TikTok. First on YouTube, but my God, yeah, YouTube is such a like big ass learning curve. Like it's crazy. But luckily, you know, TikTok became a thing, and like TikTok is like, it's short form content. 1, 2, there weren't a lot of people that were creating like higher quality content, so the barriers to entry in terms of the amount of competition was a lot lower.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just trying to create content around that, and then I switched because creating content around that, it's just like, it's like so repetitive. Like honestly, it is, and that's like how it has to be. Honestly, like you're supposed to be repetitive because that's what, you know, you're going to be teaching people, or doing for people. But yeah, it just got super repetitive, and I was like, I want to switch into personal finance / business news, which I like enjoy even more because it gets rid of my shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
Where I can talk about daily shit and not just talk about the same.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Talk about Silicon Valley Bank or financial crisis or recessions or layoffs or any of that shit.
I do want to talk to you about like how like your first moment of like saying, oh shit, this is real, and like your monetization features. But first, I think Rita, you're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, do your sign off. Say your goodbyes to all of us. We appreciate you really. Honestly, I want to say thank you so much for coming on. It was actually a really pleasure meeting you. It was really, really nice. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. But again, thank you for coming on and hopping on the podcast and speaking your mind. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, likewise. Thank you.
No worries. Do you want to shout out yourself? Your ads or anything like that?
Yes, all my social media is at Ritu MZ.
Awesome.
Go follow her.
Everybody wish her a good night. Thank you. But yeah, so stemming from that, you got to content creation. When was the first moment you're like, oh shit, I can make money from this? Or this could be like a living of some sorts.
What's it? I want to say it was either Seth or John. It was one of the two of them. But like the moment that I'm realizing definitely is probably more from like Seth telling me about like one of his brand deals, and I was like, "Yo, that's a lot of fucking money." I was like, "Yo, that's a lot of fucking money. I gotta figure this shit out, bro." Like, hell yeah, it is. I was like, "I gotta figure this shit out. Like, this is some next level shit." Yeah.
How do you and Seth know each other again?
Huh?
How do you and Seth? How did you guys meet?
Seth. I mean, Seth slightly knows this, but like Seth can tell his version, and I'll tell my version.
Here's how it happened. I was in a live stream of Dr. Brad Klantz's one night on TikTok, and this strapping young fellow was in the comments, and Dr. Brad was saying very wonderful things about him.
I was on a lot of shit.
Not in this one.
Oh, okay. This is another one. Right?
Yep. It was just comments. It was just Brad.
Yeah, sorry.
Hanging out, and
that was the second one.
so I went to his profile, saw that Dr. Brad was following him. I was like, okay, if Dr. Brad approves, Seth Godwin approves.
Also, quick shout out to Dr. Brad. Love you.
Shout out Dr. freaking Brad.
Come see you soon, honestly.
Love that man. That's my buddy. That's my brother. Yeah, so that's how we initially connected. And then when I went to Launch House with Matty G, shout out Matty G. I told Jabari I was in New York because I knew he lived there, and he ended up coming to the Launch House to hang out.
You're live. Yeah. I'll tell my story.
Oh yeah, I invited you on Matt's live stream, didn't I?
No. You were on the live stream and I was commenting in it.
Oh, because my live stream.
Yeah. One of the two.
See.
Yeah. So this is my version of the story, which is that I secretly plotted my way into this group without Seth knowing.
It was a that.
Orlando Elements.
No. So basically, my thing was like, I've just always been like a person that's like networking, just like consistently. So like I knew that like, okay, cool. Like Dr. Brad like knows like whoever. Didn't really know that he like knew Seth, and I was like, all right, cool. Like this will be another person that I like talk to, you know. So I think I brought Seth onto this like series that I was doing at one point.
10,010.
Yeah, 10 minutes to 10K.
10 minutes to 10K. That's
and I had basically like at the end of each one of those episodes asked someone to recommend two people for the next episode, and Dr. Brad had recommended Seth and like someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just literally kept like doing that. And that also I think gave me more of a like, oh, like not only does he know like Dr. Brad, but he also knows like Kenneth and like, you know, whoever else. And so, yeah, that was my thing. I think like just consistently like networking. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then I met Seth and John and Kenneth at dinner Yeah.
Billy B.
Yeah, with Bill.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so is this, when did you and Jabari meet? Is that Orlando?
We first met in New York
Yeah.
for the FinTech Nexus conference.
That shit.
That was quite the event.
I heard a lot about that.
You did? What did you hear?
I want to talk about it.
Falon did great at his speech. It was incredible.
Thank you.
Everything else though, they were not nice about.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had a lot of different experiences there.
Well, I had a good experience.
It was good. It was something to be grateful for.
Yeah. Well, what's something you want to achieve within the next year? What this year? What's something 2023 that you want to be able to accomplish by the end of the year? What's a goal?
I have a lot of goals. So I try to look at my goals in different categories. There's health, wealth, love, and happiness.
Okay, what's your health goal?
To maintain 175 pounds, and right now I'm at 182.
That's that's low though. Don't you feel like for you?
Yeah, I mean,
You're a big guy. You're a big guy.
Tall guy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the 175. I feel like I'm like right now I'm very strong. I can lift heavy, and I'm happy with it. And then at 175, I'll just be like a little bit more lean.
Yeah.
And I'll be content with that. I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder. I'm just trying to become as healthy as I can.
Yeah. And then wealth goal.
Wealth is definitely making 7 figures this year. Is that? Yeah, I guess that's that. Just making 7 figures, and just making as much money as possible.
Got you. What about you, Hamina? What's your 2023 goal? Health and what?
I have a lot of them, and I'm not going to disclose them at this time.
Okay. All right. Got you. You keeping it to yourself. What age you, boy?
I'm be real.
How I beat everybody in the game.
Oh, dude, she did pull. She did pull.
Silent ones you gotta watch out for.
She killed the ambassador.
Killed? No, she didn't.
I killed Antonio and the ambassador.
She straight up murdered him.
We're talking about the coup, the game, it was card game called the coup.
Yeah.
You guys can look it up. Like the rules where you can like get coins, kill people. There's different cards that do different things. Just so you guys have context for that.
Yeah, so I'm also not going to share, but I'll explain my reason as like why I'm not going to share. So I can share it with you guys like afterwards, but like for me, there's like 2-3 things for my rules of like sharing my goals, which is one, I primarily don't share them because there's like this like psychological thing of like when you share your goals, you get the like release of like basically partially achieving your goal.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like this like psychological thing. So then 2, the only time I actually share my goals is with people I feel as though actually can help me get closer to it, or if I'm halfway to the goal already. If I'm halfway to the goal, then I don't think the psychological aspect really matters as much because I'm already so close. I'm like, I'm gonna get, there.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about you, Seth?
My goals.
Yeah.
After this question.
So, coming off of last year, I made a few. My main goal was to not travel as much. And so far, working out pretty all right.
As he's traveling in Arkansas.
Well, yeah, but like I haven't gone anywhere nearly as many times as I went places last year. Like this time last year,
That is true.
I think I had taken 7 or 8 trips at this point into the year, and this is my 3rd trip of the year. So, doing pretty good. So first one was to travel less. Next was to double my income that I made last year. And I felt like this would be possible only because I really started making money in July of last year. Like my January through June was dry. I had one deal that really carried me through that while, and then bam, July hits, and
They came there.
boy oh boy did it.
Well, I mean, Yeah, we all know that ad spends a lot more in Q4, so we love this Q4 money.
You know.
Are you gonna hop off? You about done?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a little. You said you want to ask a question. I'll do a little wrap up.
Mine was like similar to like the goal one, but it's like basically where did you guys see yourselves 5 years ago being now?
I like that one, Milan.
In 5 years? Oh.
No.
5 years ago, like where did you think to be?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God. That's actually.
Because everyone always asks the other question, which is where do you see yourself in 5 years? But I'm like, I've always like for the past like year, I've been like asking this question of like, like 5 years ago, where do you think you'd be? Yeah.
All right, you keep asking these good ass questions. I'm gonna have to keep you on this podcast.
I'll just text them to you, bro.
Honestly, I don't even know if I thought where I would be in 5 years. 5 years ago.
So March of 2017, where were you?
I was in college. That was my first year of uni. UCSB first year, and I hadn't even thought about where I'd be in 5 years. All I knew was I was like, okay, you know what? I want to do shit. I want to make at least 20 grand a month. I've surpassed that now, and by a lot. And at that time, I was like, okay, I'd be really happy with that. But now my ambitions and goals are much higher. But I never really thought about where I'd be. I never really visualized it. I was just like, okay, I'll have a job. I'll have some kind of business and I'll be making that much. And that's about it. But now we're actually doing a lot more. So I guess it's a lot better.
It does feel good knowing that like 5 years ago, what you thought you could do, you're doing more.
You're right.
What are you, Emma?
Well, different. So, as far as like my business goals, I did achieve what I thought I would at this point. So that's good on that end. But in 2017, I was in a very serious relationship and I almost married this guy. So I honestly thought I would be married and having a family by now, and I'm not. So there's that.
Got you. Is there anything like that you wanna change about that? Or like in any sense, like you want to change your financial goals or whatever it is?
I'm pretty happy where I'm at with my financial goals. I'm not happy where I'm at financially as far as like my goals in general. Like I want more, obviously. But I think I'll get there. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I am worried as to whether or not I will ever start a family though. That is probably a fear that I have. Because I'm not sure I'll find the right person that I can do that with. I found people before, but I haven't found somebody I will do that with.
Mm-hmm. I believe there's a person out there for you for sure. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you good. 5 years.
5 years ago?
Where'd you think you'd be today? Definitely not in Arkansas.
Well, yeah, definitely not in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
I never thought I'd come here ever.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Like ever.
5 years from now,
Yeah.
you can be in Arkansas.
All right, it's such
On the
a...
couch, Airbnb.
What was the year 5 years ago?
2017.
Dang. So I was playing basketball in high school, and I was 2018.
Right. Yes. My bad.
2018 is freshman year.
That was originally my fault.
Yeah.
I said March of 2017.
Okay, so 2018 I was in freshman year of college. Yeah, I think that at that point my whole life was revolved around basketball, and I only wanted to be a basketball player. And I thought I'd probably be playing like overseas or like extended college. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was my whole passion, was just to play basketball, and I didn't have any focus on anything else. Because when I want to do something, I get so obsessed over it. I have a very obsessive behavior, so if I'm into something, I like something, it's over. Like, no one's gonna beat me to it. I just had really obsessive behavior over that, and unfortunately tore a patellar tendon. I have a fissure in my knee. I have bone on bone cartilage bone on bone rubbing my knee. I have cartilage taken out in there. So for me, that was not an option. So that rerouted me to social media, where I'm at now, and managing content creators and helping creators start ventures, which I'm really, really passionate about. I'm thankful that happened, but I never would have guessed it would be where I'm at today. I had a fully different mindset back then.
Me, I was interviewing for probably like just like finance, like consulting roles. So I think I thought that would be in some form of like financial consulting for like a like bigger firm, like I don't know, like probably like Deloitte or some shit.
Yeah.
But honestly, knowing the internships I did like back then, etc., like the work that I did, the amount of work like that goes into that, and the amount of like your life that gets like sucked into it, I much prefer my life get sucked into this and be doing what I'm doing than be in that. Like I think that, and this is like why I think the word like work-life balance is like weird, because again, like you could be working, you know, fucking 12 hours a day doing that versus like 12 hours a day doing this, and it's like, well, I'd much rather fucking work 12 hours a day creating content, fucking talking to the team, fucking, you know, dealing with the brands, etc. Like it's just way better than, so, yeah, 5 years, I thought I'd probably be, I don't know, just like a higher up consultant, traveling and shit, maybe. Yeah.
I see. What you said?
So 5 years ago, I was working at the freight business that me, my best friend, and my best friend's mother founded and ran. And I knew that I didn't want to do it forever because, like, my knee had already given out once before, and it was doing a number on my back and my elbows. So I was thinking about joining the finance sector, because the particular financial institution that like runs my city, the biggest employer of the area, and I was really hoping I would get on out there, and a year later I finally had. But yeah, 5 years ago I was hoping to go work at a bank.
And now look at what we think about banks.
Fuck banks.
No, that's awesome. Thank you guys. This is all very insightful. I really appreciate, again, all of you guys coming on. This really means a lot to me. Like I'm starting my podcast journey, and I really want to make this work. This is a really big passion of mine. So again, thank you guys all for coming on. It really means a lot to me.
Thank you for listening to my ramblings.
I do have one thing before we go. So I do this with all my podcast guests. I asked them to give me a challenge. It could be extremely hard whenever you guys want, but it has to be able to be completed before 2023 ends. So far, I've had a call in from Alex Eubank. He said I have to bench 315 by the end of the year. Neil Patel said I have to hit 10K on all different platforms by the end of the year, which I think I'll probably do in a few months or a month. And then Hannah Pistoia told me I had to write a pilot episode for a horror or psychological horror TV series. So those are my 3 challenges right now. I'm not going to take one from each of you guys. That's too much. I want you guys to, as a group, come up with a challenge for me, and then I'll be completing on my second channel. I'll be uploading, obviously, all the behind the scenes for that. But I want you guys to all think about it for a second. You guys come together.
I've already got it.
I'll come to the other room. You guys discuss. Hold on, wait, stop. Don't say anything. Discuss it. I will come back into the room, and you guys will tell me.
Yeah.
Okay? Got it?
Yeah.
Don't be too loud. Listen around here.
Have him do that by the end of the year.
That's a good one. I was gonna say he needs to break that PR that he was talking about earlier. The bench press one.
But doesn't he have one set at 315 right now with somebody else?
Yeah, someone else.
Go with the 75.
That's fine by me.
Somebody else already gave him a PR for the back. So 75.
Oh. I just wanted to see him break it. But the 75.
Yeah.
Ishan.
We're ready for you.
I'm back. We have a nice little.
Are you guys ready?
Welcome back, Daddy.
Daddy for you.
All right. Just make it like. All right. I'm actually kind of scared for this one. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only one I'm scared about. But I trust you guys, and I'm very excited to take on whatever challenge you guys have for me.
Shouldn't trust us.
All right, ready?
I'm ready for it.
3, 2, 1. 75 hard, baby.
Really?
Why didn't you guys join me in that? Now I feel like a fucking
Second part. So you're gonna have to do is what you gotta do every day, okay? Before the end of the year, for 75 total days, these are the rules. You're gonna read 10 pages a day, you're gonna work out twice a day. One of those workouts has to be outdoors. You're gonna drink a gallon of water a day, okay? You're gonna take a progress picture a day, and you're gonna stick to a diet. So these 5 things have to be done every single day, and if you miss any single day, you restart from day 1. So that's the challenge that you'll have.
The only question I have about that, so the 2 workouts a day, like what intensity does the workouts have to be in?
They have to be 45 minutes long each, and they can be any intensity, low intensity, high intensity, as long as you work out. And then one of them has to be outdoors, one of them can be indoors or out.
Sounds good. I appreciate that, you guys. That's gonna be a fun one to record. I'll definitely be sure to subscribe to Ishan Rehal, my second channel. I'll link it in the description. This will be recording all the challenges. So far, I'm halfway done for the pilot and halfway done for the benching. So make sure to check those out. But I'm super excited to take this one on. Thank you guys for challenging me with that.
Got 287 days.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for sending us.
I'll be proactive. I'll try to start this. But yeah, anything you guys want to say? Closing statements?
Thank you for having us on. It was really insightful.
You guys want to plug your guys' stuff?
You know who I
You
am.
can find me at Milan, and you'll see the name Milan Singh
With 3 H's.
with 3 H's. Yes, don't confuse that. But just follow the account with the most followers, I guess. Counts.
I guess you can find me at either at smartcredit.com or Jimena Cortez OC. I run both of those.
You can find me at Jabari Taylor on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok.
Wait, that's Jabbar with a J?
Oh yeah, sorry. J-A-H.
It was hard to find you.
Yeah, I know my name is unique.
Ja. Bari.
Seth,
What?
Godfather, where can they find you?
You know who I am.
I will also be leaving all the descriptions down below, so if you just click on those, you'll be able to.
Click the link. It's much easier.
Thank you guys again for watching. Please subscribe. That's all I ask. All I ask is subscribe.
Subscribe to this.
And see you guys later.